Many of us want to make our parents proud. But precious few of us get the opportunity to express that desire as fully and garishly as Hallie Meyers-Shyer does in her new film, Home Again. Her mother is writer-director Nancy Meyers, the legendary purveyor of wealthy white neurosis whose films, It's Complicated, Something's Gotta Give, communicate their sophistication through impeccable home decor and glassware. Her late father is Charles Shyer, Nancy's collaborator on Baby Boom and father of the bride, among others. A Nancy Meyers movie is instantly recognizable. They are signature and without compare, which is what makes Home Again so fascinating and strange. The film throws you deep into the uncanny valley, presenting a synthetic version that's so close to the real thing, which is to say, a genuine Nancy Meyers movie, that its small differences drive you mad. Home Again is an homage so slavish it becomes grotesque. I loved it. But I also found it kind of unnerving. Reese Witherspoon plays Alice, a recently separated mother of two who is starting a new life on the West Coast, and who is, we're told, a down on her luck mess. And yet she lives in the fabulous old Spanish mansion once owned by her famous film director father, and has furnished it in the earthy, expensive crate and barrel regalia that is Nancy Meyers' house style. Alice has two devoted daughters. She is only considering starting a side job as an interior designer, so money seems to not be a problem. Things are actually pretty good, and the movie is mostly smooth and frictionless throughout. There are some mild entanglements, of course. While out partying for her birthday, Alice meets a handsome, young aspiring director, Harry, Biko Alexander, and his two less cute, but still cute, friends. One is a writer, the other an actor. The three are trying to turn a short that was well received at SXSW into a feature. Drunk and feeling reckless, Alice brings the boys home and has a scuttled attempt at sex with Harry. The next morning, Alice's mother, played by a well-coiffed Candice Bergen, offers the boys the guest house after hearing that they've been kicked out of their apartment. Of course there's a guest house. Alice initially balks at the idea, but soon grows to love having these helpful, energetic young men around. Meyers-Shyer is but 30 years old, and yet she's written 3 late millennial boys. The other 2 are played by Nightwolf and John Rudnitsky, as a grandmother might imagine her grandson to be, polite, earnest, a little goofy and rambunctious, but never bad. It's a lovely little fantasy, until it gets weird. As the boys get to know Alice, they gain a deep appreciation for her way of life, how she elegantly, but comfortably, styles her home, how she always has heaping feasts of gorgeous-looking, but homey, food at the ready. Their affection is both filial and sexual, a complicated psychology that this strenuously bright and airy movie refuses to grapple with. So it just hangs there, this I kinda want to kiss dream mommy energy unsettling the easygoing vibes. Of course, Harry is doing more than kissing mommy. Alexander makes for a dashing swain, confident with just a hint of cheesiness. The movie sets up some excuses for why the difference in their ages means Harry and Alice can't be together, but they're not convincing. The film is frustratingly insistent that this is a crazy idea, a wacky little fling that's meant to make both parties realize things about their lives and then go their separate ways. Which is a shame, this shooing away of a potentially transgressive, lasting relationship. With that out of the picture, what remains is a simple plot and what appears to be an aggressive courting of Nancy Meyers' favor. Well, I suppose that's one way to look at the movie's eerie familiarity. The other way is that Nancy Meyers, a producer on the film, maybe elbowed her way into the creative process and turned Home Again into one of her own movies. But I don't think that's what's happening here. I think this is a child trying very hard to emulate a parent. And Meyers-Shyer is prodigiously thorough about it, divesting herself of almost all the idiom of her generation. Instead of giving the 3 boys any markers of their particular age, she puts them in nice visit to grandma's/graduation dinner clothes and has them learn the value of keeping fresh flowers in the house. Home Again has a discomfortingly obedient quality. It's all pretty meta, the young people learning to appreciate a perfect woman in a movie meant to appease a perfect woman. You could study this thing in psych class for a year. There's another darkness at work in the film. Nancy Meyers' hallowed materialism, Her vision of a personal utopia in which pretty much everyone is white and rich and loves drinking virgin mimosas in exquisite kitchens while they kvetch about nothing, turns somewhat sour when it's recreated in a knockoff. As a result, it's a little gross how great everything Lou